There's a dirty little secret of global poverty that is rarely acknowledged by aid groups or UN reports. It's a blunt truth that is politically incorrect, heartbreaking, and frustrating. I'm Kristof of the New York Times, and I'm talking about the suffering associated with poverty that is caused not only by low incomes, but also by foolish spending decisions. Figures are imprecise, but as an order of magnitude, it seems that the world's poorest families spend about 2% of incomes on educating their children. In contrast, they spend on average perhaps 10 times as much on a combination of alcohol, tobacco, prostitution, candy, soda, and extravagant festivals. If we could just get families to redirect a little bit of the alcohol and prostitution money to education, that could transform the prospects of their children.
As I was drinking earlier, I really want to smoke a little bit right now.
Meet Fulbert Mafuna, a 43-year-old father of 4. His children have dropped out or repeated grades for lack of school fees. His eldest son, Jude, is still in the 1st grade after repeating it for 5 years because of non-payment of fees. Meanwhile, Fulbert acknowledges spending $2 a day on alcohol and cigarettes.
If I had the money, I drink every day.
Forgive me if I sound sanctimonious, callous, or patronizing. It's not that the poor shouldn't have fun. And frankly, I enjoy the occasional glass of moonshine myself. I think if they want to market it, they should probably take the ants out first. But this issue has been on my mind this month when I traveled through Central Africa with the winner of my annual Win-A-Trip contest, 19-year-old college student Mitch Smith. We toured rural Congo with UNICEF as our guides, and we stopped at many remote villages, including Montbello, where we met 4th grader Jovali Obamza. Jovali's teacher told us that he's a bright student, but he's about to be expelled because his family is behind in paying school fees.
School fees are 3,600 CFAs, times 3. He's 3 months late.
Jovali's dad, George Obamza, doesn't earn a lot of money. He weaves together straw stools and sells them for $1 each. He said the family is 8 months behind paying its $6 a month rent and is in danger of being evicted. Honestly, will you really be able to send the next child to school? I mean, if you have difficulty paying for 3 kids, then will you really be able to send the 4th, or will you just keep the 4th one at home?
No, I can do it, yes.
Additionally, the Obamzas have no mosquito nets, even though they've already lost 2 of their 8 children to malaria. Mr. Obamza says he just can't afford the $6 for a net. Yet George still finds enough money to go drinking at a village bar several times a week.
When you go drinking, how many liters do you drink?
At least 2 liters.
2 isn't much to get you drunk.
It gets you drunk.
George spends about $1 an evening on moonshine. By his calculation, that adds up to about $12 a month, almost as much as the family rent and school fees combined. When I asked George why he prioritized alcohol over educating his kids, he looked pained and was unable to answer. So how can we get Jovali and Jude in school? One way might be to redirect some of the money that their dads now spend on drink by giving their mothers more control over the purse strings. There's mounting evidence that mothers are more likely than fathers to spend money educating their kids. Several aid groups and UN agencies are working to give mothers more control over household finances and more legal title to land. But for now, the household budget is usually still controlled by men.
Do you sometimes hide the money?
No.
Tu trouves que Chantal a caché un peu de l'argent pour ne pas te donner. Qu'est-ce que tu vas faire?
I'd blame her for it. Then, if she gives me money, I'd go drink.
Another approach is micro-savings, helping poor people save money when banks are not interested in them. These micro-savings programs, organized by CARE and other organizations, try to turn a consuming culture into a savings culture. I've seen such micro-savings programs enjoy remarkable success in countries as diverse as Burundi and Nicaragua. None of this is to let ourselves off the hook. We in the West can and should redirect some of our own beer money as well. But we also shouldn't burnish suffering to make it seem more virtuous and noble than it often is. If we're going to get kids like the Obamza children in school and under bed nets, we need to look unflinchingly at uncomfortable truths and then try to redirect the family money now spent on booze and cigarettes. In the Republic of Congo, for the New York Times, I'm Nicholas Kristof.